How's it going, everyone? It's Alex with AC Flips. I'm a full-time six-figure Amazon seller. In today's video, I'm going to show you my exact method to how I manual source when websites are running sales. Now, if you're new to sourcing and you haven't sourced a ton in the past, manual sourcing might be a little bit trickier for you only because you're coming across a lot of products that aren't even listed on Amazon, so you might get discouraged finding a bunch of different products that aren't good leads. But you do come across a really solid lead every once in a while, and it's a lead that most people aren't going to find if they're just reverse sourcing, because especially if it's low competition, you might have a lot better chance of finding a really solid lead there. So today I'm going to show you exactly the method that I use when I manual source. So let's jump right in. All right, so it's been a minute since I've done a manual sourcing video. So we're gonna look at Ulta.com right now, and I'm just gonna go through as many products as I can get through in this video. Hopefully find some profitable ones for you. So we're gonna skip right to the sale page. That's a pretty good recommendation for any website you're not super familiar with. If you're gonna manual source, go to the sale page, look at featured deals, look at new deals, right? Anything that is been on sale for a while, maybe you want to avoid something like that. But if you look on sites and you look for new deals, sometimes they'll have new deals section or stuff that was just recently marked down. Those are definitely the best ones to start with. And then sometimes you can sort these products. You can sort by something a little bit different. Everybody gets defaulted to the best sellers. So if we can sort by maybe something that is a little bit going to give us a different set of products than everybody else searching the sale page here, then it might give us a little less competition. So like I said, new arrivals, not the worst thing to search. So we're actually going to search that first. It's going to show us some of the products that were more recently marked down. So looks like a lot of candles here, but we're just going to start opening some products here. If you right click and you have Seller Amp, sometimes it will search the title and then it'll actually search it right in Amazon, so you don't have to open up a new tab. It kind of goes a little bit quicker here. Because this is a kit, it might be a little bit harder to find here, but it does look like this brand in general only has one FBA seller, so we're going to skip that for now. But a product like this, like those are the things that you want to think about when manual sourcing. Don't just blindly go through products. Really remember what products you've been looking at, which products are OA products. Because a product like this, I could spend 30 seconds per product. I could look at 10 more of them, but just know that Amazon, there's only one seller on each listing, which means it's either the brand selling it or it's Amazon. So we want to avoid this brand in general. So I'm just going to skip over those. I'm not big into selling candles. A lot of them are in like glass containers and they're heavy. So I'm just going to avoid candles. So you can kind of get through a good amount of products if you know which brands to skip, which brands to actually look into. If you want to filter by certain brands, you can do that as well. But now I know Coco and Eve, skip that brand because all of them only have one seller on the listing. So don't want to waste time there. So another one here, a toothpaste. So we're just going to keep looking at different products. You can open the page, right click and open it in a new tab. But I want to go through these as quick as possible, and more clicking onto different pages is only going to take more time. And also, when you don't get a search to show up right away, maybe search what it actually showed. See, if we scroll to the very back here, we can see that it added the price and everything. So if we go and delete all of this information here and just end it at toothpaste, it might show up a different search here. So, and then it's Made by Dentists is the brand. And if that doesn't show up here, then we just know that's not going to be on Amazon. But you saw how it only showed like one crest search here, and then it's all because it had the price in there, and original price is some stuff in the title that's going to mess with the search itself. So Coco and Eve, we're skipping that. We'll check this brand out. And this is a good explanation again here. See, it shows sale at the very beginning, so we don't want that, so we're going to delete that. The down arrow actually skips all the way to the back here. We're going to delete all of this information here, not necessary. It's got the reviews in there, 5 stars. Wow. So this is, we want to go all the way to spray. And I wish there was a little bit quicker way of doing that. If you don't want all that information to pop up every time, you can just right click, open the link in a new tab. And then when you do the Seller Amp search, it's most likely just going to pull the title here. So I'll just show you for example quick. We'll open that up. And then you can see it actually shows basically what we searched here without all of the extra verbiage, so you don't have to sit and delete every single time. It's probably honestly quicker just to open these in new tabs and go through it that way. Then we can just close the tab and we're back to our search here. So we'll keep moving on because that brand Looks like Amazon's the only one selling it. So let's see, this one, these are like 30% off maybe. So let's just open one of these and see. We have shampoo and conditioner. So there's a chance we can bundle it. If there is a listing like that. First off, I'm already seeing the DP Hue looks like there's only one seller on the listing. You see other DP Hues, it looks like there's very few sellers on the listing, so not a great sign. So we're just going to move on from that brand as well and keep looking until we find a brand that potentially we could purchase. So this is like half off here. So if Blind Barber is a brand then that we can find, you know, online arbitrage method, then that's something that we're going to look into. So again, I should probably start opening these in new tabs, but if you want to scroll and try to delete all of the stuff that's not important to the actual title, that's going to give us the best search here. So go back, delete all the stuff that is, you know, not in there. We see Blind Barber is here. And again, there's a couple listings that there's actually a few sellers on here. So that's a good sign. But then there are other listings that only have one seller. So not a great sign there. So again, we're just going to keep going until we find a good product that we can even search. All right, so we're just going to keep scrolling here. It looks like a lot of the same brands, but when we come up on something that's a little bit different, that's one we want to search. So I'm actually going to start opening these in a new tab and just make it quicker to jump in and search that in SellerAmp. Just gives us the title. Look at how quick that was. Instead of me going, deleting, takes forever. So it's listed at 1120 buy box. Not a great sign here. Only 2 sellers on the listing. Again, we make that decision very quickly and we can move on to the next product. I don't want to spend a minute on this one product when I can tell in the first 10 seconds that it's not a good buy. So we're just going to keep scrolling here. Again, we're just looking for different brands because once we find a brand that actually works, maybe we can even search by that brand and then look at all the discounted products, you know, listed for that brand. So we can see this one is half off. So we're going to open SellerAmp and search, and then we can see $7.14. So it is still listed original price here. Only one FBM seller though. That's kind of a bummer. So, and the rank isn't very good. So we're going to move on to the next product here. Olaplex. I don't think we're going to be able to find that profitably. I've seen this brand before, but I think it's mostly like wholesale getting this brand. So anyway, I'm going to just do a quick search here because it is discounted. Yeah, something like this. I mean, it's selling for 76 buy box. Well, Amazon's the only seller, so no point in looking at that. Okay, so we're gonna keep moving on here. See another brand. So Bevel, we're just gonna look at all these different brands, right? I'm not even gonna click on any of the same brands because so far we haven't even found one that has anything other than Amazon or the brand selling it. So this one has a bunch of sellers, but I don't know how they're selling this profitably. So we are gonna move on. Online only, sometimes that's, you know, weeds out any of the retail arbitrage competition. Because I know in-store Ulta, they have, you know, different sales and stuff than they do online. But let's see here. I don't think this brand is going to be good. Let's just keep looking for a new brand here. So we have a lot of the same brand. Keep scrolling. We see a 50% off here. Sexy hair. Let's see if this is a lead we can actually work with here. It looks like this isn't the only product from this brand that's discounted. So if we can find, of course, Amazon is the only one selling it. So that's a tricky thing about a lot of these brands on Ulta is that Amazon's partners with them as well. So we just got to really dig deep for some of the good brands that we might want to sell here. So Kylie Cosmetics, do we think that is a brand online arbitrage? Could be. You never know. Let's take a look here, and it's not even on Amazon, so we're just going to move on. Again, if you feel like you're running into a dead end, don't just sit on that search forever. Maybe the new arrivals just aren't good products that are, you know, on Amazon. So let's switch to maybe top rated. Again, the best sellers, we can search that, but everybody else has defaulted to that search. So this might put us in front of just different products that most people aren't going to search right away. And if, you know, sellers get bored of doing this, you know, maybe they're only going to get through the first 3 pages of the best sellers. So then every single person sees those first 3 pages and we're sorting something different. And then we spend a little bit more time and then we're getting through a whole list of products that, you know, other sellers aren't even getting a chance to see because they give up too early. I mean, you could spend hours looking at, you know, products like this. And if you find a brand, sometimes you can find 3 or 4 other products in the next 5 minutes after looking at that brand. So we just got to look for a brand that we can work with here. And then hopefully we luck out and we can find a bunch of other products in that same brand. So this one looks like it's out of stock, but if the brand is good, that's what we're looking for here. So it's a 4K rank, not quite the same thing, but only one seller on the listing. Don't love that. 2 sellers, yeah. So this looks like it's another one of those online arbitrage sellers are not selling this. So another brand that we just know not to purchase. So basically every brand we've looked at so far, not even one that has potential to be an online arbitrage brand. So okay, we have a new brand here, Dry Bar. Let's see if, yep, Amazon is the only one on it. Okay, so when we come to like a dead end like this, and we're just feeling like, man, we're just not finding any products here, it's all the same brand, we're gonna try a little bit different. We're gonna go back to sale. Let's move this out of here so we can actually see. Okay, so we're gonna go back to sale, and then we're gonna just look at a different category. There's featured deals, we just did sale. Let's go back to sale, and we're gonna look at featured deals. We wanna see what other discounts are available, because you just never know when you can come across a brand and then all of a sudden you have 10 products that you could probably buy profitably. So we're gonna open Seller Amp here. Video's not looking great, I'll be honest. We don't see a ton of products that are even, you know, available for online arbitrage sellers, but we do have a product here. Looks like it is the Glamnetic felt tip eyeliner, which is the same product, but we're buying this for 19. You can't even sell it for 19 on Amazon, so maybe it doesn't hurt to scroll and see if there's any other products, because there are other sellers on these listings, which is good to see. Not all of them. Oh, these are different brands. Okay, so that Glamnetic. So we found 8 leads. So I just want to show you now that we actually have a brand that has potential. So we're going to start opening some of these other products, and hopefully we can, you know, get some better luck here as well. So we're just going to go as fast as we can here. You can see Glamnetic. Yep. Is this a match here? It might be $21 though. Wow, how is this so cheap on Amazon? It's interesting that it's so much cheaper on Amazon. Maybe there's a better site to be finding this on. And I mean, you guys don't have to just stick to manual sourcing, right? If we see this and we're like, okay, there's such a price difference, are we getting this way different on other sites? So what I'm gonna do is actually open the Amazon listing here, and then we're just gonna go to Google and see if, you know, any other site has it way cheaper, because there's a chance that, you know, it's way discounted on a different site and Ulta just isn't the cheapest source we can find this here. So we do see magnetic liner pen, only $10 from Kinder Beauty. So maybe that's a little bit closer to the price point we want, but we just want to get a feel for what are other sites listing this at. Sephora 43. So maybe that price is cheap for the brand, but not cheap for Amazon. So we're going to keep moving on here. Hopefully we don't see a similar trend here with the rest of these products, but we're going to open up a few more and then maybe wrap up the video here. At least we found a brand, and I could explain to you guys, you know, my process or thought process when looking at these brands manual sourcing. And manual sourcing can be definitely discouraging. I mean, it's hard when you don't come across good brands all the time, or if you're not looking at the right websites. You know, how can you find websites that are worth looking at? You know, you can use Rakuten and then go to the hot deals section, or just look at sites that have good cash back being offered. Sometimes they're running sales as well at the same time. So, you know, start with those sites if you don't have any site to look at. Otherwise, you know, if you're just picking random sites, go to the clearance section right away, look for sales that are happening, and see if you can find products a little more profitably. So we are not finding the direct match here, so we're going to move on. I'm going to look at a couple more products. And this is just turning out to be a more informative video on how to manual source and how I get through products, more than you know, finding profitable leads here. So we're just going to look for, okay, that's all the brand and that's all the products. Let's look at one more here, and then I'm going to wrap up the video. So a Harry Potter brush on nail glue. That seems very specific. Probably not going to be something we find. We do see the nails sets here though, and we did see a bunch of those really fast movers. Just one seller on the listing, which is a bummer because there was a ton of those discounted. So it doesn't look like we're going to find what we want here, but I think that's where I'm gonna wrap up the video. This is my process on how I find leads through manual sourcing. Although we didn't find one today, it's just, you know, it's only a Thursday, maybe over the weekend, it's a little bit better when more sites are running sales. Most times sites are gonna run sales Friday to Sunday, are the best sales around. So, you know, sourcing on a Thursday, manual sourcing, maybe you wanna stick to reverse sourcing at this point. Might get some better luck or get in front of better leads. But weekends definitely can have some good luck manual sourcing, so good luck out there. All right, so unfortunately we didn't find any products today, but I hope you guys got a lot of information out of this video because I was trying to explain my process as much as possible. And it's more about, you know, taking the reps, getting through as many products as you can so you can understand what brands are good, which brands to focus on when websites are running sales, so you can be better equipped to find leads more often when you're manual sourcing. Again, there's gonna be times when you manual source a website sale and there's still not any good leads out there that are either profitable enough or are even listed on Amazon. So don't get discouraged when you don't find anything right away, but this is definitely an underrated method that you do need experience in. So practice up on this method so when sites do run really good sales, you're able to find a ton of good products without a ton of time put into it. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There's a couple links down below. One of them is my inventory spend goal spreadsheet that I use every single day. If you want access to that, click the link below. Also have Seller and Be Cool free trials if you're interested in that. Also links are below. If you guys enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.